Stop chasing billionaires for advice. All they will teach you is how to be a billionaire, not how to become one. If you're looking on how to improve yourself or how to grow or how to make money or whatever it is, look for someone who's one step or maybe a couple steps above you, because a billionaire is thousands, millions of steps ahead of you, and you cannot do what they do on a daily basis and expect it to work for you. For example, one of the biggest things that billionaires will say is have your money work for you. But a lot of people who are searching for these answers, either they don't have money or they don't have enough money for that to compound properly. They always talk about the statistic, if I think it's you start putting 250 a month into the S&P 500 at 18, by the time you're 60, you'll have over $1 million. That's a good thing to learn, but by understanding, the more you put into yourself now, the more leverage you'll have to compound in the future. Now, I'm not saying don't invest your money. That's a definite and proven way to make money. But also understand that that alone will not get you to becoming a billionaire or a millionaire, because it's not about doing what they're doing, because they're working with hundreds of millions of dollars invested, compounding over years, which is a lot bigger than your $250 a month. Now, again, I can't stress this enough. I'm not saying that don't invest your money, because compounding is a true science and it really does work, and it works insanely well. But instead of putting your money in the S&P 500, maybe, as Hormozy would say, put your money in the S&Me 500. Because if you can learn a skill that costs you that what, $250 a month, that's what, $3,000 a year. If you can put $3,000 a year into growing yourself as an individual and learning skills that can make you more than $3,000 a year, you're already beating the market. Because instead of making, what is it, like a few $100s, you build yourself, you yourself become someone who can achieve higher than that, and it keeps growing. And the more money you put into yourself, and that's whether it's learning, school, just going to work and traveling to different places, depending on what you yourself do, you will undoubtedly compound faster than the S&P 500, because that's what, like 5% a year. If you're not growing at a rate faster than 5% of a year, you're not trying hard enough. Now, again, what does that look like? It doesn't mean throwing away $3,000 to have 20 minutes of a billionaire's time just for him to tell you you should go invest and make your money work for you. It should be more strategic and more planned out. Go look for someone who's, let's say you're, a marketer. Go look for someone who's either started a successful marketing business or is a higher up in a marketing company that's doing very well. Now, take from their time. One, it'll be less expensive than a billionaire's time. And two, you'll actually learn more, because the gap between where you are and where that person is much smaller than the gap between where you are and where a billionaire is. Now, you don't even know the right questions to ask a billionaire to make the most out of it. Obviously, if you ever get a chance to talk to a billionaire, always take it, because infinite information. But just understand, you knowing what to ask for is more important than the amount that you're spending to get that information and the time spent for that. So again, I don't want this to be misunderstood in me saying that billionaires give bad advice, because no, they absolutely do not. But depending on what stage of life you're in and where you're at, a billionaire's advice may not actually be as valuable as someone who's making a few $100,000 a year in a niche that you're interested in and you've been wanting to grow in and learn more about, because they'll give you more concrete tools and plans of actions of what to do, and they'll understand the industry, and they'll have more of a memory of it, because billionaires made their money, in most cases, over time. And what does time do to all of us? We lose memory and we forget about moments in the past as we drift away from them. So having someone who has that more recency and understanding of where you are and how they got from where you are to where they are, versus a billionaire who's whatever route they took to become that person, maybe it was the same as yours, but that recency has an extreme bias towards it. So at the end of the day, take advice from people who will help you grow. Maybe that is a billionaire, maybe not, but just remember, the more similar of a person you find to you, and the more they understand the journey you're on, the more they'll be able to help you. That's all I got for you guys today. See you next time. Free Palestine.